podcast. My name is Natalie. I'm ready for my close-up. Bitch, why we wear black?
That's what we're doing the TikTok.
Are we a K-pop girl band?
This is going on your vlog. Guys, Natalie's vlogging.
How do I zoom in?
Natalie just had a full coffee.
So the
Break my
energy is-
number. 1, 2.
I actually got a new shirt.
Ike?
It's giving 80s vibes. Like, where's the leg warmers?
It's giving a little. Where's the leg warmers?
Where's the leg warmers?
Did you share this to me?
Yeah, should we share? Don't talk.
Also, I'm like so white. Like,
How do I share?
The sun
Share. What's your email?
doesn't love me anymore. Actually. No, I have it. The
Making me
sun
say
doesn't
it.
love me anymore. I'm not tan cute. Like, I'm tan like.
What did we say we were gonna call it? I'm just a girl yap hour.
I'm just a girl. We have to do the thing. Ready? Oh, wait, when we get there. But we're going to sing.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Episode.
New.
Vibes are high.
Double release. Boom, 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 boom. Are we Taylor Swift?
Wow, technically we are filming it in the same spot, even though it's been a few days.
It's been a few days. And we're wearing black because it has to do with our topic.
Does it?
Yes, and I will explain why. Let me put this window up because these fucking cars will be like boom, boom, boom.
Also, it's very hot though.
I'm putting up mine.
Okay.
Anyways, so K-pop girlies. Oh, I already said the but.
Okay.
So the
today's
title of
topic-
this you can read is K-pop, K-dramas, but specifically the K-pop I wanted to inspire like us wearing
That's
the
the
same
vibe.
color,
What are you wearing?
but like different styles.
Yeah. What are you wearing?
So I am wearing an aloe bear, off the shoulder cropped sweater.
We love it.
It's black.
We love it. And
And a little
sweats.
bra. You know we don't talk about.
we don't
from
talk
the
about
bottom.
down there either because I have black aloe sweats. Wow, too. I don't know what they're
Those
called,
are mine.
but yeah, they're yours. And then
Just looking for
I have
those.
this anthro shirt. Which, like, it looks weird, but I swear, once I'm actually put together, it looks good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of went more of, like, what would a character in a K-drama wear?
Yes.
In the sense where I feel like it's cute, but it's also sophisticated, and it somehow always looks like they're going to work.
Okay.
You know? Not in a bad way, but it's just, like, they look very put together. I don't know. I feel like a button-up with a little collar
It's a little collar moment.
would be what they would wear.
Yeah.
And then you're going for full K-pop.
Full K-pop
Full-
type of moment.
I see that.
All
right.
Anyways,
Do you
so
wanna
remember,
introduce-
we're starting our podcast with this new segment that we like to call "I'm Just a Girl." Newsflash.
I'm just a girl yap hour.
No.
Yeah.
But like, that's the point. Like, you're a girl because you have to yap a lot.
Okay, well, whatever. We're yapping.
I'm just a girl.
All right.
Newsflash.
What is the news that you have for us
I don't
today?
have any actually, except that Charles Leclerc looks fucking amazing.
Charles Leclerc actually did a collab
Oh,
with Puma.
I know. November 12th, guys. People's Sexiest Man Alive for 2024 will be released. What are your ideas?
Give us your predictions.
I say Andrew Garfield,
For sure.
Harry Styles.
Mhm.
I said Paul
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal. Glad you
And
did.
then I'm just gonna
I feel like maybe Glenn Powell would be up there.
Glenn Powell. I feel like it might be him.
Yeah, I feel like it might be him. Somebody just added a park right next to us.
Like I feel like Glenn Powell because of Twisters, because of Anything But You, his hype in Twitter. Maybe I feel like it's between him, Paul Mescal, and Andrew Garfield. Like they're the hotties with the bodies.
hotties with the bodies right now.
Mhm.
Also, can we talk about Andrew Garfield finally being on the chicken shop date?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
And he
That's
broke
so
up with his girlfriend.
So
they
there's
said-
a lot.
They're like
fear-
either it's her impact or it's Florence Pugh impact with them together, like the chemistry. It's wild.
fear. Okay, I don't know why, but I feel like him and Florence have like a brotherly. I know they came out in a thing, but like I feel like they're like the same person.
Yeah.
But I just, if you know what we're talking about with the chicken shop date, like
Mhm.
those red carpet interviews, you sense it. It's
You
like
sense it.
oozing.
Oozing.
Yeah, that's probably not the right word. It's very much giving off, book talk vibes.
It is. Like, yeah.
And then I think the third one is Charles Leclerc. He has a deal with Puma, right?
Yeah. Well, I was going to show something. But
Oh, sorry.
I was going to have you keep on ranting because I haven't found it.
Yeah, so Charles Leclerc is doing a collab with Puma.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie's in love, and she's probably going to buy everything.
Actually, I can't find it, but I'll do this. Face card.
No cash.
Body
no credit.
card. It's Paul Mescal. There was one of Charles and there was one of Harry. I was going to show them.
I'm so excited for next month.
Maybe I really liked it. I retweeted it.
This is the thing. If Harry releases his album at the end, or like a song.
Yeah, keep going.
That's another one. But also, November's going to be a big month for us because we all know Gladiator's coming out and like the promos
also, it's
are
the
starting
same
to come
weekend
out.
as the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Guys, the stars are all aligning. Our men are all aligning.
I'm gonna mention about Roy Todd, the Gladiator, Paul Mescal. This will be the last thing before we close up this I'm Just a Girl segment. Have you heard that Miss Daisy Edgar Jones
Oh my gosh.
is probably gonna take Pride and Prejudice, the role of Elizabeth Bennet in the Jane Austen Pride and Prejudice reboot.
This is another thing. I feel like nothing can beat the 2005, but with Daisy Jones being in the driver's seat, I fear if we have Paul Mescal as Mr. Darcy, I think it could come close. I think it could come close.
Paul Mescal or the Luke guy from Bridgerton. I don't know his last name because there's Thomason and then there's
gosh, the one that his season is coming out for. He plays Benedict.
Someone said I have the role just for you.
Why do I want Benedict, the guy who plays, or Luke, the guy who plays Benedict? Why do I feel like he would be such a good 007 agent?
Oh yeah,
like for sure. Get him to be a spy. Also, another thing coming up too. Sorry, we're trying to wrap this up. Another person who I had thought would be a good girl Bond would obviously be Ana de Armas because she came out in the movie. But seeing her for the ballerina trailer, I'm sorry, this might be something that appalls you, but I had never seen John Wick. I know what the story's about, but I've never seen it fully. The saga, and so I'm contemplating it just because I'm ready to see Ana de Armas.
Because I feel like we have to watch it so we can understand
the world
not necessarily the story of John Wick in its entirety because we know it, but the world of John Wick. Like that.
Also, like that trailer looks so good because this is another thing. I'm gonna rant a little bit about feminism here. This is the first time, or one of the first few times, where you see a woman who's fighting, and the movie is about her, revolves around her. She is the main character, right?
Avenging the death.
Yes, and this is the thing. We see no love interest, and I'm still intrigued, right? Equally as when men do action movies. Secondly, she wasn't sexual in any of it.
No, she was like out here wearing. She was like Black Widow, but she wasn't like wearing the typical Black Widow type of like.
No, she had like jeans and a shirt.
She had a jeans and a shirt. Yeah. She was out here kicking ass. She was out here bloody.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Like, I think, like, you know, we
also, speaking of blood, another movie that I finally watched.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm bleeding.
Was Bottoms. No. Was Bottoms.
Bottoms.
You didn't see it with me. I told you if you wanted to watch it.
Is it the one with Ayo?
Yeah. It's so funny, and now I get it. Sorry. Now I get the comedy of that. I get the hype. It's really good. Yeah. You have to watch it.
But I'm Just a Girl. It's over.
Now
am I Gwen Stefani? Maybe with that.
Maybe like your outfit too. It's radiating a little bit of pop star.
No, holla back there. I'm so sorry.
When you're editing this, you have to keep it in there because you're gonna get embarrassed and you're gonna want to delete it. You have to keep it in there. Make me a promise right now that you're gonna keep it in there. Forget you.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah. So let's get this intro started.
Intro? I thought we already did it.
We didn't say the intro. That our viewers that haven't heard.
Hi, I'm Leslie Marie.
And I'm Natalia.
And this is We Are Fashionably Late podcast. Where we talk about
the clothing we wear
and the untold,
but very true stories
about why we wear
what we wear. Can we give a round of applause?
That's
Pat
a little
yourself
bit.
in the back. Pat yourself in the back. You'll know why. Because Leslie did not say Natalie.
Natalia.
You're getting into that.
Guys, I'm sorry. In the
I'm
birth
changing my
certificate,
persona.
in the birth certificate, it says Natalie. My mother named you Natalie. She
Okay.
called you Natalia in Spanish, which I get it. It translates to
Okay.
that.
But
Natalie's keeping
in
her
the
Mexican
birth
version of the
certificate,
name.
in the influencer world, it's Natalia.
Okay. I get it.
And you know, I like it.
I get it.
It's a little
I mean,
bit
I
like
get it. Technically, yes, it is.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
She had a fat coffee.
A caramel macchiato with an extra
Where's
shot.
her hair on that? She had
That's
a
your hair.
fat coffee. Oh, because it's blonde.
Yeah.
Dang it. I can't lie about it.
Get it.
Guys, also ignore these roots, but soon,
She'll be the blonde bitch that she was.
again.
Bad reputation. Bad reputation.
Okay, that was bad. That was bad.
Anyways.
Natalie's gonna mess up the names.
So I'm just gonna
We already
write them down here because I have the list of the names, and I'll write them down here, and I won't say that. I'll be like, this person. It starts with an S, and then for my self-editing purpose, I'll put it because
She doesn't want to embarrass herself.
I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to
And she
embarrass the
doesn't wanna
kings and
offend
the
anybody.
queens.
You know? I can't say alphabetical order. Oh, I just said it right now.
You just said it.
Okay, the other day I was struggling. No, the other one. Alphabetize.
Alphabetize. You're so close. Say it.
Spectacular.
And she's not even joking. That's the funny part.
What's the other one?
Okay. M&M's. Say M&M's, guys. This is so funny. This is my party trick. Say M&M's.
And then
And she's not even joking. This has been something that she's been doing since she was like 5, and it's not even a joke.
and
M&M's.
M&M's. Shit,
It's
hold
a-
on. M&M's.
No. M&M's.
M&M's.
There you go. That's the closest.
M&M's.
There we go.
M&M's.
No. Say it 3 times fast. The way it's not even a joke. I'm like, I can't.
I am trying. Anyway, so
Anyways, so Natalie can't
not
pronounce
to
words.
offend you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though we'd love to make fun of her, but she gets embarrassed.
So this particular episode, we
We're
had
dividing it.
designated as K-pop. We were gonna introduce some of the K-pop girl bands in the episode girl bands, but we decided it needed its own little spotlight. In general, K-pop and Korean
dramas.
dramas.
Because we're kind of
If you watch
influenced
Crash Landing
and
on You,
obsessed with both.
Hometown Cha Cha Cha,
Mm-hmm.
Oh My Venus,
Startup,
True Beauty.
The Vigilante.
There's more. I
There's
can't
way
think.
more.
So those are, I think that's what for us, we dive deep into that culture,
Yes.
into that entertainment type of way of
And
filming.
I feel like
and
in
whatnot.
a way they're their own thing, but they go hand in hand.
Yes.
Where if you're aware of K-dramas, you know that there's K-pop singers who sing on those
There's
dramas.
one particular, the one that came up in the Business Proposal.
Yeah.
The main girl is actually a singer.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
Leeway,
intertwining.
intertwine.
So we decided to combine them.
And I think for us,
So technically, you're getting 3 episodes. You're
Good for you.
welcome.
and I think like in general, like the way that they can finish a whole season
It's beautiful.
and like a whole series or a whole like idea of a show in one season, 1 hour, 10 episode.
And it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. And
Because
it's
you fall in love with all the characters. Like in Hometown Cha Cha Cha, you fall in love with literally
Every
everyone in the
single-
town. And they're like your precious babies.
they're your precious. So I feel like, so we have to do that. K-pop bands and singers.
We know BTS.
BTS. We have Blackpink. We have there's another one.
There's more.
There's
But
more.
let's dive into
But
the
let's dive into
history.
the history of both
K-pop
K-pop
first.
and K-dramas. We'll start with K-pop.
Uh-huh.
So both K-pop and K-dramas have a span of several decades.
Mm.
of
K-pop
histories.
is later in.
K-pop is later. We start with the K-dramas first, and then the K-pops got its popularity, as we know, because of BTS and Blackpink.
Well, not. Oh yeah.
But like those are well known.
That were
we
doing
known
global. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
global.
what I'm trying to say.
So each having evolved and grown in a global cultural phenomena. So here's an overview of like their history. So early 1990s, we have Seo and boys.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I said it right.
Taiji,
They're considered the pioneers of modern K-pop.
they are.
This band emerged in the early 1990s with a
Around
blend
the
of
rap era.
pop, rap, and rock, which one particular band member from BTS came out in a song with Megan Thee Stallion that raps, that even Megan Thee Stallion herself said did not know he can rap like that.
That song.
So
We put it on our playlist. It's good.
they're like very like, they're the all-arounders. They
feel
can
like-
probably act, they can rap, they can sing, they can give you all these things.
Multi-talented.
But they're multi-talented.
I feel like also another thing, even though it's technically K-pop and that's the genre, that's just the genre because they're singers from Korea, but not necessarily like that's just what they focus on. Like they don't just focus on pop music.
Yeah.
I think that's a good distinction to have because there's a blend of like rock elements, of sometimes even EDM elements, like different elements within the songs, within the albums, and so I think that's also important to know. Yeah. So this was particularly more rap.
And so this particular band in 1992 had a song name, and this marked a significant like departure from your traditional Korean music that everyone was well known for, and the music styles. So it laid that foundation of a contemporary K-pop band genre.
I feel like I don't want to say elevated, but I just feel like they were able to branch out
Globally.
beyond just Korean music. Yeah, that genre.
We move on to now the global. They were trying to be Pitbull. Like they said, if Pitbull can be Mexican
Worldwide,
and be
baby.
worldwide, why can't we? Type of thing. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I just love like bringing Pitbull.
She loves Pitbull. Any excuse
Dale.
to bring Pitbull.
You know, maybe that's gonna be my Halloween costume. So anyways, the early 2000s, we saw a rise of this band, something H wave, which is also known as the Korean wave. That I know how to pronounce. Which it propelled internationally markets as a K-pop.
I feel like that's when they finally went
Genre.
global. It was in
Yeah.
the 2000s vibe.
So groups like these gained that popularity in Asia, paving a way for future K-pop acts in.
And also, I feel like a lot of them had like their title or like their names were like, it was like almost like they had what is it, abbreviated? So it was like hot, but it was like HOT or
It's
SES.
like, you know, Chappelle Rowan, HOTTO.
But like,
but it was actually
that was their
abbreviated.
names.
So then now we go into the girl thing.
Girl
we got
band.
the big band and girls generation type of
2006.
thing. That's 2006. Expanding the K-pop's global reach. The Big Bang's music was fused of hip hop, R&B, and EDM.
Told you.
So that's like a mixture of 3 different genres that worked for them.
But we here in Western cultures just know them as
K-pop.
K-pop, which not really, like there's way more that goes into it.
And this explains it well. Like they have 3 genres in one of their like theme of as a band. Now we have like Girls' Generation that is catchy melodies and it's synchronized choreography, and like this appealed more international audiences. I feel
yeah, and it also has to do with the production of like not only when it comes to them on stage and their stage presence and like performances. I think even you see it in like the details of like their albums that they put out. So like they literally look like a magazine, or like they have like the merch is like top tier, guys.
I like
not gonna lie.
when we've gone like twice into like Korean like shops that have like their merch, and like it also has included like some of like right now that's like very popular, like the Sunny Angels, like they have all this stuff. But there's like a wall that we saw one that's like how you said, like their CDs, like they're literally booklets, and they're so creative
in the photography,
the style, like the whole in general, like they really invest time in it because they know that it's for the fans and they appreciate the fans.
And there's a lot of detail in it.
There's a lot of detail, so I think that's very like considerate of them that they understand that they're global, like.
Yeah, I think it also just speaks volumes on like the work ethic that goes behind it. They really put like worth into everything that they make.
Yeah.
So it's very admirable.
And bringing it back to now present time, you know, I've mentioned that we have bands like BTS, we have Blackpink, we have Twice, we have EXO, we had Red Velvet. They're gaining international fame. Yeah. You know, and they're like collaborating now with Western artists, which, you know, we have
Dua Lipa.
They had Selena Gomez, Blackpink. They had Selena Gomez, Dua Lipa. They have Megan Thee Stallion. So like now they're opening their thing, and even if they're just like as a band or individual, but it's always like their name from BTS or this name from Blackpink,
which is amazing.
Stuff. Yeah. And even some I think are like now collabing a lot with like soundtracks and stuff like that. So that's very like, I think
exciting.
For them it's like bringing that part of their like culture and who they are is very exciting because they're putting their mark on.
I think it's they're putting their mark or their stamp on it. I think also another thing, like kind of going into the K-drama world now, I think it's also another thing that our generation is very open to accepting new and being it like worldwide. I think because obviously the internet, like I feel like that connects us, TikToks, and I feel like it doesn't matter where it's coming from. If it's a good story, you're gonna lean into it. Like I feel like maybe older generations were like, oh no, I need subtitles, and it's like, just put subtitles. It's an amazing story. Like we've literally cried to K-dramas with subtitles. Like
you say, out of the 7 that we've watched,
the 5 have made us
cry. Probably the 7 have made us cry.
Yeah.
So it's like this thing where it's like the impact that they made not only in the industry itself, but now in like people's life. Like these stories are so like heartfelt and like gut wrenching and angst and like everything. Like they really hit all the fucking dramas. Like all the fucking
pinpoints.
Like best friends to lovers, enemies to lovers,
and I feel like
age gap, like
even
all those.
Every single character has a like you care about
storyline, and like one of them dies that you think isn't,
you're sobbing.
And you're sobbing.